can get a little louder. Good morning, everyone. I know we have a rowdy bunch this morning. We always do. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's a little sunny outside. I know how it gets. All right. So, good morning and welcome. That was very exciting.
It's a height-sensing microphone.
Thank you, Jerry. Good morning and welcome to a July 24th version of Gateway Rotary. And joining us this morning for the flag salute, leading us in the flag salute, will be our very own Mike Jones.
Good morning, fellow Rotarians and guests. Please join me as we Mike, are you okay? We say our pledge allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And leading us in the four-way test, Brian Christensen.
Fellow Rotarians, of the things we think, say, or do, first,
is it true?
Second,
is it fair to all concerned?
Third,
will it build goodwill and better friendships?
And fourth,
will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And unofficially, number 5,
is it fun?
It's officially here.
So this morning, officially, we don't have any guests. Do we have any guests that unofficially came in, snuck in, sat down, and decided to join at Grove? No. All right, that's okay. I was gonna let them, let us know now. Do we have any visiting Rotarians? Any visiting Rotarians? Just our Peach. That's okay. That's okay. We can have just a turn. So, above me, you see this countdown. Would someone like to tell me what this countdown is? Brian, what he said, he's hopping up, he's so excited. Brian, share with us what this countdown is about.
Well, August 18th, as long as there's no new cases reported in Nigeria, Africa and Nigeria will be polio-free. So that'll be the 6th continent that's polio-free, leaving just 2 countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan, in the bordering mountain parts. There's been a spike in cases happening there in Afghanistan and Pakistan, especially in Pakistan. But that's a big date next month.
Cool!
So for those of you that don't know, which I'm sure everyone in this room does, since 1984 there has been a massive push for the foundation to eradicate polio worldwide. And it is a huge fight, and in 24 days, if there are no new cases, that means only 2 countries in the entire world will have any cases of polio this year. So that is a huge, huge thing.
Just that actually started just with a Filipino club to make the Philippines polio-free and grew from there.
Yeah, it started with 1 country. So
One club.
That's kind of a big undertaking when you think about it.
Yeah.
So, yay! Yay! All right. So, do we have a Think Rotary Minute? Think Rotary Minute? Minutes?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Gotta pull up my notes. I'm Mindy Ruley. Nate asked me to read the Rotary Foundation information of the week. So this one is about Rotary Foundation founder Arch Klump. He was a member of the Rotary Club of Cleveland, Ohio, and he served as the Rotary International President in the 1913-14 Rotary year. In 1917, Klump declared that we should accept endowments for the purpose of doing good in the world in charitable, educational, and other avenues of community service. He started with a contribution of $26.50, which was left over from the Rotary International Convention, and helped establish the organization, the Rotary Foundation. So, due to the hard work and generosity of Rotarians worldwide, the Rotary Foundation has improved lives for nearly 100 years. With ongoing financial support, our foundation will continue to carry out Clump's dream well into our second century of service.
So one of my favorite things to do is have our very own guest speakers be members of our club. So this morning we have Karen Barr and our very own Crystal Zabala. I knew I was going to screw that up now that I haven't known her basically my whole life. We've got our own dry Tykes and wet wipes. So without further ado, let's welcome them forward to speak about that group.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for letting us come and share with you about an organization that we have a passion for and that we serve on the board. So, how many of you have heard of dry Tykes and wet wipes? Oh, that's a lot of you.
From you.
Have all of you heard about it from me, or have you just known about it in the community?
Only from you.
Oh, okay. Well, so Dry Tykes and Wet Wipes is a 501c3 nonprofit that started in 2013 by Lance Benson and has evolved into a good resource here in our community in Thurston County and their surrounding counties. So the way that it works is that it serves people in need, families in need who do not have any diapers left at their house and they have babies or toddlers. So how it works is a family who's in need may come to our diaper bank office, which is located in the Family Education Support Services office, and they can choose between two different types of, or they fall into two different supply ranges. So if they have babies that are anywhere between newborn and size 3, which is approximately 16 to 28 pounds, then they can get 20 diapers and a package of wipes twice a month. And if their babies are between size 4 and 7, then they can get 15 diapers and a package of wipes twice a month.
So before I get started on this slide, we have a sign up. If you'd be interested in getting on our email list, we'd love to have you so that we can give you updates about what we have going in the community, where our drop boxes are, because they move from time to time. So I'm going to go ahead and just start that around, and I'll be right back. You're up.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so rather than just reading, our mission, as you can see, is to supply diapers and wipes, primarily for children. We do have a very small supply of adult diapers that have been donated, but primarily it's for children. And our vision, again, I'm not going to necessarily just read that, but I do want to give you guys a couple of stories and just talk through some of the questions that we get in regards to why we're doing this. Some people say to me, like, well, why don't you supply cloth diapers? You know, and people could use those again and again. It would be a really great resource. We do have a supply of cloth diapers for people who are interested. A lot of times I think what we in general don't think about is that people are lower income don't necessarily have access to laundry in their home. I think that's something that a lot of us take for granted, that we can just wash load laundry whenever we want. And the other thing, some of you who are maybe a little more removed from having children in childcare, is daycare facilities typically, very rarely, will not take cloth diapers. So you have to supply diapers for them to go to daycare. And again, lower income people are out in the workforce, employed, so their children during the day are in childcare. So some of the stories people come in and tell are, there's one mom, she ran out of diapers, a couple days till payday. she didn't know what to do, so she took some paper towels and duct tape and made a diaper for her child so that there was something for the child to wear. And I think a lot of times, we think about these people like, oh, they're, not wanting to take care of their children. No, all of these people want to do what's best for their children. They want to take care of them and provide, healthy, nurturing environments, but they're just financially at a place where they can't. And like Karen said, we supply a very small number of diapers for them, up to 2 times a month, just to help them get maybe to that next paycheck, or to that next place, so they're not having to put a duct tape diaper on their child. That mom that came in and shared the story with our director, Lance, was so grateful, but also just so horrified that she had to be in this situation. Another story is a mom came in, and we run out of sizes sometimes. Our biggest need is for sizes 5 and 6. And sometimes we run out, just wherever we're at donation-wise. So we run out of a size. So one mom said, well, do you have any size 1s, small ones? I can use a bigger diaper and make it last longer, and I'll just slide that size 1 in there and just replace it out. Because, that's what you have to do sometimes to make it to the next paycheck. Yet another mom did have access to a washer and dryer, but we didn't have any cloth diapers at that point. So she said, do you have any swim diapers? I don't know if you guys are familiar, they're special diapers for swimming. And we did, we had a few, and she said, great, can I have those? You can actually wash a swim diaper a few times and make it keep lasting. So people are being resourceful with what they have, but we're trying to make it to a point where they can have just this little extra help to get them a little bit further, so that they're not maybe in these situations. There's also a story of one guy, Lance, our director, ran into in the community, and his eye, he only had one eye that was operational for work, and he told our director the reason is because as a child he'd been left in a dirty diaper for an extended period of time, so they couldn't afford new diapers, and he had gotten some waste and stuck in his eye, and it got infected, and he lost his eye. So we're just trying to prevent these situations to help people help care and provide for their children.
So as you can see, in 2017, we served almost 2,300 families in Thurston, Mason, Lewis, and the surrounding counties. Most of our clients do come from Thurston County, but there are a number of clients that come as far as Aberdeen and Elma, and we've even had people from Tacoma come and get a supply of diapers. So what this looks like is on a busy week, we provide anywhere between 300 and 400 diapers a day at our Thurston County location, and between 200 and 300 diapers at our Shelton location. So since we partnered with Family Education Support Services, we do have an office that we distribute diapers at the FES office in Shelton, and that's how we got that number. This number could be higher, but we do have some challenges, including the fact that we've moved 3 times total. Lance used to be located right across from St. Mike's Tykes over on East Side Street, and that's where a number of clients recognized where the diaper bank was. Well, back last year in November, we then moved to the FES office, which was located right at the front of Evergreen Christian Center on Black Lake Boulevard. And then recently, they moved to Capitol Boulevard and Israel Road. So that has kind of caused some confusion with people who have been aware of our first location. Okay. So does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. So our history is that Lance Benson, who was a property manager, he founded Dry Tykes and Wet Wipes. He found that some of his renters would come up to him and say, Lance, I can't make the full rent this month. I'm either going to pay my full rent or I'm going to buy diapers and wipes. So Henry split it up. And as he started to notice this trend happening, it really broke his heart. His wife was going to have their first baby, and he had a 5-year-old from a previous relationship, so he just really felt for them. And he was so moved that he decided to go around and do some research with some of the nonprofits in the area, and found that there wasn't a lot of access to emergency diapers. So he went to some of the big box stores and talked to them and asked them for donations, and that's how it started. He became an official 501c3 in July 2014. One thing that really moved me about dry Tykes and wet wipes was I was a part of Women United, and he was the recipient for the December shelter shower event. And every year, Women United will adopt an organization to give all the proceeds of the night's events, which is basically like a gigantic baby shower. And after that, I kind of had it in the back of my mind, because I remember when I had 3 small children, and then the 4th one came, we had just about gotten to the duct tape and paper towel situation. I wish there was a resource for us back then. So I was moved, and that's how it all started. And so today, Crystal and I, as well as 3 other people, which you'll see in the next slide, next couple slides, have joined the board and are helping to move this forward. So one of the biggest things that we have, that we are blessed with, are our volunteers and our donors. So the heart of our organization, first of all, are those people that come 5 days a week to distribute diapers to whoever comes through our doors. We have 5 volunteers for an 11 to 2 shift, but we do not have anybody for the 2 to 4 shift. So we do have a volunteer need. It leaves Lance to not only manage his property management business, but also take care of the diaper bank during those 2 to 4 shift. We also have no backup if the first shift of volunteers calls in sick, which does happen quite often. We rely on diaper donations or finances. So because we are a volunteer and donation run organization, kind of like homeless backpacks, it gets to be pretty sketchy at times. A lot of times when we end up running out of a particular size, and one of those sizes is size 5 and size 6, Lance will run out to the store, go to Walmart or to Costco and buy diapers out of our low budget. So I did mention that last fall we partnered with Family Education Support Services, and that was one of the greatest partnerships that we've ever had, because we are now rent-free, and we also have a receptionist. We don't have to worry about trying to get a receptionist for the front desk. We are still a standalone 501c3, and like I mentioned before, we're located on the corner of Capitol and Israel Road, near the Child, Youth, and Family Building. So if you are ever around that area, drop by and come see us.
Okay, as Karen mentioned, we now have a board of 5 people, which was a big move for us. That just happened November of this last year, of 18. Up until then, it was really Lance by himself, and he didn't realize, he just didn't know what he didn't know. He didn't know we needed a board to meet all the legal requirements, but also to help him continue to grow this. He's doing this all volunteer. He doesn't get paid for any of the time he puts into it. He has a full-time regular job and a family. So we've kind of come along, stepped in to help him. So it's Karen, she's our president. I get to be the vice president. We have Cheyenne Henny, she's our secretary. Christine Lawrence, she's our treasurer, and Catherine Marquez, and she's just a general member right now. So we're looking to continue to expand that board and also maybe, you know, get to the point where we can have some committees and do some other things. But we're really excited just for the last 7-8 months to be established and moving into setting up bylaws and all of those, you know, really sexy things that get to have along with being on a board, any of you on a board. But it's good and we're making some progress and we're really excited about that. All right, so our direction. At this point, we have got some software now because before it was all in Spiral Notepad, keeping track of all of our numbers, how many people we helped. So we're trying to, again, maybe take it to the next level, get some more current statistics that we can share back with everybody in the community, and keep better track of the people coming in and receiving our services. We're getting the word out. That's another thing. I think that people don't know about our group, people in the community at large that want to help us and donate, but also people in need. We're getting more of the word out so that they have a resource to come to. And we're also working on implementing some fundraisers. Up until this point, everything we've done has just been donation driven, be that items or like-kind things or some financial assistance that we've received. So we're working towards that. So if you have ideas, we'd love to hear them. You want to be part of that, we'd love you to come join us. And we're working on getting, like Karen mentioned, that volunteer reestablished so that we have a better base of volunteers to pull from. So it's not just a couple of people doing it all the time, that we can relieve some of those people so they don't get burned out, as we all know happens in volunteer situations. So some of our sponsors right now, we would love to add you to the slide up here as our volunteers. We really want to also start publicly acknowledging our volunteers. I think up until this point, lots of people have donated, you know, a massive amount of diapers and other things, and we haven't had the opportunity to thank them and to really shout that out in the community, and we want to be doing that more and more, and that is our goal. In addition, currently, we do have a need for some help with our website. So if you or anyone you know would be willing to volunteer some time and expertise, we would be super grateful for that help.
Okay. I can't see that. So as you can see, there are a number of ways that people can get involved, and we'd love our Rotary Club here at Gateway to get involved as well. Financially, we are looking for sponsors, either one-time sponsors or perpetual sponsors, or financial donors, monthly financial donors. We also are looking for in-kind donations, so diaper drives, or if you just decided one day to rent a U-Haul and fill it up with 5s and 6s, we would accept that. And again, as Crystal and I have been repeating ourselves about, we are looking for volunteers. So if you know of anyone who is interested in either being a substitute for the 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift, or from 2 to 4 p.m., the 2 to 4 p.m. is actually the critical one, because if Lance has to go out and do a maintenance project on one of his rentals, then he closes the diaper bank down. And so somebody who might have caught the bus or something to go to the diaper bank and get diapers may not have access to getting what they need. So we really appreciate that any of you who can either help us fill that need, or if you know people who are looking for organizations to volunteer with, please contact us.
I'm just going to add really quick to that. It can also be a really great avenue for teenagers to volunteer, people looking for soft skills that they can put on a resume. It would be really great for them, you know, just getting out there, getting that under their belt. So we would welcome that as well. And the 2 to 4 shift can work for high school, you know, senior maybe or junior. The school is typically out around that time. So
yes, it is a great opportunity for them to do their homework while they're waiting for clients to come and get some diapers. Thank you, Crystal. And then we're also open, once again, to other creative ways to fundraise and to get some volunteers. So we'd love to get your ideas. So lastly, there are a few ways for you to get involved. And we have a Facebook page. So please find us on Facebook and like us. Once you like us, you can occasionally see some of our posts. We
You
also
can get your phone out and do it right now, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Up
So
to you.
if you do have access to your, and you have data on your phone, go to Dry Tykes and Wet Wipes on Facebook and Instagram. Our Instagram handle is @DryTykes. Also, spread the word about us. I'm very surprised that a lot of you know who we are, but there are a lot of people who still don't know who we are. So just pass the word on. And you can visit our website, which is just a very static website right now, and it's drytykes.org. So again, get those phones out and go check out our website. With that, that concludes our presentation, and if anybody has any questions, we are happy to answer them right now.
Dan?
I have a concept I'll bounce off of you. Amazon sells more diapers than anybody. And you can also subscribe and have diapers shipped once a month, once every 2 weeks, whatever. Would you consider that as part of the process where, for example, I could subscribe and have diapers shipped once a month to your office?
Yes,
Oh,
we would love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yes, of course.
We'll talk.
Okay, perfect, yeah, we would love that. Another thing that we didn't maybe mention in the slideshow is, sorry. One thing we didn't mention is that the YWCA recently closed down their other bank, and that was one place where people got diapers, and also recently CareNet closed their resource center. So really there aren't a lot of other places for individuals to get diapers in our community currently.
The food bank took over, absorbed the other bank.
Right,
So
yeah.
they're now distributing the same things and collecting those type items, so that might be
Okay.
someone to partner with too for
Yeah.
missing stuff.
Yes, no, great. Okay, sorry, other questions? Thought I saw a hand.
So, hours, I know you say shifts, 2 to 4, whatever, are you only open weekdays and not on weekends?
Yes.
So if somebody
If
needs.
we got more volunteers, like I had that resource built up, we'd love to be able to be open additional hours, but right now we just don't have the capacity for that. Yeah.
So right now, the diaper bank is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
First, have you reached out to the volunteer groups at Jubilee or Panorama?
No,
I'll connect you with them.
thank you. Okay. All right, your name down.
Don't go there.
Cool.
All right.
That's gone because I can't talk. It now gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce our classification talk today, and that is Stacy Belser. Hey, Stacy! Alright, I'm sure I can do this now. Okay, good morning, everyone. I have a slideshow, but I'm a true millennial. I keep everything on my phone and not a flash drive, so I'm just going to talk to you this morning. So, hello, I'm Stacy Belser, and I am new to Rotary. I joined in February of this year. I am married. My husband Devin and I have been married for almost 6 years now, and we have 2 beautiful girls. So I was really excited to show them off. So if you ever want to get together, I can show you pictures of them later. Okay. So we have Camden and we have London. Let me see. We've been in Washington for about 3.5 years. When we moved here, I worked from home for a company back in North Carolina, and truthfully, it was awful because it rained a lot here and I didn't know anyone. And so I had this really bad idea of Washington, and now that I've gotten out and I've gotten in the community, and I've met all of you people. We love it. We really like it a lot. And so we're happy to be here, hoping the Army keeps us here for a little bit longer so we can just, really explore. I am from North Carolina, which is where I went to school. I graduated from Appalachian State University. I don't know, has anybody ever heard of that? Yeah? Okay, yeah, we beat Michigan 2007 when I was there. That's like our claim to fame.
Good job.
I mean, obviously I didn't, but it's okay. I have a degree in criminal justice and actually worked in the criminal justice field for about 3 years until I decided that wasn't really what I wanted to do with life. Federal probation and parole will do that to you. Certain set of people that can do that, and it was not me. Now I work at Sawston Wealth Management with Colleen Gillespie, and we have just joined our team, Dana Pepia, and we also have a summer intern named Peter, and we've just had a really good time growing our team, and we just came to the realization that we have 4 different generations. So we have a baby boomer, Gen X, millennial, and then Gen Z. Is that the young ones, right? Yeah. And so that's been fun to see the dynamic of like the different generations and how we do things. Whereas like, I never carry a flash drive. Some of the other people do. So my community involvement, other than Rotary, I also volunteer as a barista on the weekends at my church, Evergreen Christian Community. And that is fun, working with teenagers in the coffee shop is hilarious. I've learned a lot of things in the last few months. We'll talk about that later too. And then I also am a volunteer coach at the YMCA. I just finished coaching T-ball for 3 and 4-year-olds. So my daughter London was on the team, and we had a good time. We did a lot of non-T-ball things too. We danced, and they ran a lot. Like the whole throwing, batting, they're not quite there yet, but we had a good time. So that's just a little bit about me, and like I said, next time I'll try to remember the flash drive so I can show you pictures. But thanks.
Sweet.
All right, now we're going to talk about September 7th. What happened September 7th? Oh my God, people asleep. Caffeine, people. What happens on September 7th? There we go. All right, we have loads of amazing bands. We have a Pearl Jam cover band. We have a Prince cover band. We have Jeff Ott doing acoustic. We have Chris Ward doing acoustic. We have 3 stages. We have 4 stages. Look at me. We just got a stage. We have got 2 dedicated beer stations, 1 dedicated cider station, and a dedicated wine station.
All right.
So, with that being said, we are going to be needing volunteers. And the only way you're going to be able to guarantee to be able to pour, which is, we all know, is the funnest job there, except for ticket gate, which is my job. You can't have that. The only way you're going to be able to guarantee that you're going to pour beer is with a cake sponsorship. Ooh. Pay to play. Pay to play. Pay to play. So whoever wants to give, now you might be able to lottery your way in, but it's doubtful. So if you want to
was that?
logger your way in. Thank you, Jeff Ott. He'll be here all week. The volunteer list will be out within the next week or 2. So we're going to need everybody to get their volunteer shoes laced up tight, and we will rock this thing like it hasn't been rocked yet. Because June's in charge.
Yeah!
You like that pay to play?
That was great.
You want to hug a cake? You got to be a cake sponsor. All right. So, coming up on August 15th, we have something else that's incredibly exciting. What is that?
Joint meeting with the governor.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. That is exactly what is happening. And that will be over at
Lacey. St. Martin.
Yeah.
Sounds like
a couple blocks away.
Sounds like how many syllables?
Exactly.
Worthington Center.
We're getting there. Okay, so it's our lunch. We won't be meeting for breakfast. We'll be meeting for lunch the next day. So eat something in between. And they'll start serving at 11:45. It is our district governor meeting program. It'll start at 12:30, but of course be there at 11:45 if we want to eat. It'll conclude at 1:30. Meal costs will be $15 for salad and entree. If you just want soup, beverage, iced tea, that'll be like $10. We will need a head count ahead of time. So let us know that by the 8th of August. And signups will be done either by email or in person here by club administration. So let John DeHaan know when you check in here at the meeting, or go ahead and email us. So we do need to know. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody online. Goodbye. Bye. And we're going to invite up our very